Now to the president's tariffs threat from just a few hours ago. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio connects with us from London with the European and UK side of all of this. Ramy, I know that this was just announced, but what early reaction are you seeing from European markets and markets there in London?
Absolutely, Errol. Yes, this was a surprise, and every European index is reacting. Every European index is now in the red. Germany and France, Europe's largest economies, getting hit hardest, down as much earlier as 2.5% each. They've walked back a little bit of those losses, but still down. Example for the CAC 40 down 2.25%. The DAX down by nearly 2% there. The FTSE 100 here in the UK down by about 0.7%. That had been down by almost 1% there. Investors here possibly hoping that these new tariffs will hit the continent more than the United Kingdom. But a reminder of the biggest exports to the U.S. that the EU does have: automobiles, Volkswagen, Mercedes there, pharmaceuticals, Sanofi, AstraZeneca, and machine parts, for example, Siemens, worth hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars now potentially in the crosshairs again of these new Trump tariffs. Also a reminder, we're supposed to be, Errol, in that 90-day pause in Trump's global tariff scheme that is supposed to stretch into August. But this shows once again that Trump can change things, does change things. With one social media post, the EU's trade chief is set to have a call with the U.S. trade rep in the next few hours to try to stop what could be a transatlantic trade war.
Yeah, and Ramy, you had reported previously that this was the fear in the UK and the EU, which is that the consistency from the US seems to be quite erratic. And meanwhile, you've got China knocking on the door saying we're ready to jump in where the US won't. Let's move our focus now to the war in Ukraine, because there's a major prisoner swap reportedly happening with that nation. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, sure. We're also monitoring this development. Russia's defense ministry is saying that it's now swapped 270 prisoners of war and 120 civilians with Ukraine. Now, in total, the agreement has been 1,000 POWs held by Russia for 1,000 POWs held by Ukraine. Both sides gave lists of names to the other. This swap was agreed to last week. That was when both sides held direct talks in Istanbul. And those were the first since 2022 when Russia invaded Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said that what is happening today is the only tangible result of that meeting in Turkey. One non-starter that we know was Moscow's reported demand that Kyiv withdraw troops from its own territory in order to get a ceasefire. And then today, again, Trump on Truth Social posted a congratulations to both sides, he said, and that this could lead to something big. But, you know, there's a lot of cynicism about what comes next. Trump spoke to Putin, then dropped his demand for a 30-day ceasefire.
All right, a lot happening in your part of the world. Ramy Inocencio with all the latest. Ramy, thank you.